Welcome back. Apologies for the long wait, but we're finally here in our first Paralogue mission for the challenge. We'll be tackling Asugi's Paralogue for this time. It's short, it's easy, and it gets a unit that can immediately start working on supports after recruitment. I've chosen now as the best time to start working on some Paralogues because my team is still incredibly underleveled, and doing a couple Paralogues would push me over the edge to become a lot more well equipped for Chapter 16. Unfortunately, this does mean some extra Master Seals will be needed to promote Asugi and his chosen wife, but that shouldn't be a big problem since we aren't trying to promote everyone, only get them married. The strategy shown here is going to be very similar to what I did in my Revelation Retainers Only playthrough, with some slight modifications to account for the no pair-up rule. Apologies if it feels very samey. Before starting, I'm going to get Corrin out of Hoshido Noble and into a much more useful class. For right now, this class will be Bow Knight. This will give him two great skills, being Strong Riposte and Rally Skill. I'm especially interested in the Rally. For this map, however, it'll only be really of use for the 8 movement. Of course, we have to start the map by using the Dragon Vein. Corrin does it since he has the highest movement stat. Takumi will weaken the mercenary on the left for Felicia to kill, of course using this opportunity to also build support with Kagero. I'm using a club here instead of a sword because it'd be really nice to get her axe rank to C for the bolt axe. Focusing on swords in Chapter 14 was for hit rate purposes as well as the flex getting her all the way to D in her first map as a hero. Showboating is fun. Felicia is too weak to handle the multitude of enemies that are able to attack her, so to mitigate that, I have Saizo drop Oboro in front of the chokepoint, which saves Felicia from the 3 enemies that could get her otherwise. Ryoma takes care of the ninja on Felicia's right while letting her get some more chip damage in. Conveniently, Kodachi is Ryoma's most accurate weapon for this anyways.
That was close. Is there a plan?
We will crush them.
Let's do this!
This should be interesting.
I got your back, buddy! I've been waiting for this.
One unfortunate part of Paralogue 9 on this playthrough is that I don't have a Great Knight Effie with an Arthur backpack to solo a large chunk of the map. Guard Naginata Oboro will have to do instead. Since Hinata is still far away, he just helps with cleanup in the first room while building some support with Oboro.
No chance! Alright!
Oboro now backtracks to attack the Oni Savage for Orochi to kill.
We stand together.
Before Orochi can kill, Ryoma has to move out of the way.
This calls for a spell. Fortune favors me.
Jakob moves above Orochi so he can use the Sun Festal on Felicia. Then Felicia will move forwards and kill the outlaw in the other room.
What should we do?
Status quo. Let me help.
Thank Thank you very much. Yes!
Rinkah finishes the last enemy in this room. I'm still going to be bringing Rinkah to these next two maps despite having already married Kaze because I still want to get Salvage Blow to pass on to Midori.
Steel yourself. My strength is yours.
Thanks.
Takumi moves forwards to kill the Oni Savage in the left room.
Not my fault you're weak.
The final mercenary will stay alive on this turn, but to make sure that it sees meaningful combat, I have Kagero pair up with Corrin so Corrin can get into the left room and Kagero can build more support points with Takumi.
Bring it on. Keep it together. I'm here too.
This time, it'll be Ryoma that handles the Dragon Vein. Felicia is now free to go next to Ryoma and kill the mercenary. If I wanted to be safer here, I could have switched Ryoma's weapon to the Raijento now to deal enough damage in the slim chance that Felicia misses. He needs to have it equipped anyways for enemy phase. Corrin's job is to stand next to Ryoma and create a blockade to prevent enemies at the top getting to my weaker units at the bottom. To guarantee that Corrin and Ryoma can counter everything on enemy phase, I have Corrin holding the Kodachi and switch Ryoma to the Raijento. This is mainly for AI manipulation. Oboro pairs up with Hinata and also gets dropped next to Ryoma. She's holding the javelins, so she'll be able to counter the two enemies that could attack her as well.
Be careful.
Takumi is going to get started on the enemies in the southern room. I need to use the Fujin Yumi for this, because he wouldn't do enough damage to kill everything if he got debuffed by the ninja with the Brass Yumi. Rinkah gives Takumi the key for later.
For Lord Ryoma.
Need my help? Again?
This will be quick.
This should be interesting. This is what we trained for.
Good. I've got your back.
Good thing we healed Felicia earlier.
Stay alert. You have breathed your last. Thank you. I've been waiting for this. You deserve worse.
Ryoma's definitely making up for Chapter 14 being crit quoteless.
Don't be afraid.
I was doing just fine.
I am prepared.
See? I win.
Takumi is too weak to pursue more enemies for now, so he opens the door for Kagero.
Don't be afraid.
Kagero attacks the closest outlaw from outside the rest of the enemy's range. This isn't a necessary attack, but it gets a little more experience in. Rinkah now takes the kill, making sure that she does it from the bottom and not the left of Kagero.
This is what we trained for. Extinguished.
It's important that Rinkah was at the bottom here because it guarantees that the mercenary will attack Rinkah from the south side of the room. If Rinkah killed from the left, she'd be creating a coin flip, which also messes with how the outlaw moves. Jakob moves slightly up and heals Takumi. Felicia gets some more axe training against the archer that attacked her last turn. This also lets her dual strike for Corrin against the Oni Savage to get even more experience.
I'm with you.
We can do this together. I can help.
Guess I did it right.
Ryoma blocks the choke point to the room on the left. He wants to kill both enemies there, so unfortunately he does have to deal with bad hit rates against the ninja. This is what I thought to be the biggest risk in the clear, but we'll get back to that later. Hinata finishes off the archer that Felicia weakened.
We've got this.
Oboro and Hinata now separate, as Oboro wants to head down with Kagero and Rinkah. On the way, she takes the key that Takumi was holding, since he'll be heading north. The rest of my units are setting up a very familiar position. Orochi, my underleveled magic unit, is going to train on the reinforcement Oni Savages that are spawning from the stairs in the other room. She's staying adjacent to Kaden to gain supports, Jakob stays nearby to heal, and Saizo is here for some extra chip damage.
You fought bravely.
Let's get to it. I can help. Need backup?
Let's go!
On the bottom, Kagero and Oboro will clean up the enemies close by using Rinkah's dual strike.
I'll back you up. Don't forget me. Fine execution.
Keep it together.
Is that what you're wearing? I'll live this. Here I come! Things.
Rinkah now moves forward to block the final outlaw in, so it won't be able to harm anyone on enemy phase. Jakob moves one tile up to make sure he isn't gaining too much support with Orochi. He still stays 2 tiles away so he can apply Jantian.
I'm coming with you.
Orochi finishes the Oni Savage to get a very much appreciated level up for magic, skill, and luck.
Well...
Hinata also wants to get some training in, so I have him go between Saizo and Kaden while holding the Kodachi. This cut in speed and defenses, as well as not being on the pillars, makes the Oni Savage prefer to target Hinata instead of Orochi.
For Lord Ryoma.
Whoa.
Ryoma goes in front of the door while holding the Kodachi, and will be backed by Felicia on his right and Corrin to the north of him. While Corrin being directly above Ryoma does deny Felicia the chance of getting dual strikes in, Corrin is a much more reliable choice thanks to his hit rates.
It'll be fine.
We won't give up.
Corrin also takes this time to heal himself.
Ready for this? We're done here. We've got this. I can help you. Well done. You'll be all right. Sorry.
Unfortunate 1% crit on Hinata, but if this ever became a serious problem, I could have just used an extra luck tonic. I start this turn by working on the group in the middle. First, Saizo attacks with Hinata's dual strike to apply Pyrotechnics and Poison Strike. Afterwards, Orochi is free to take the kill. I want to hard focus on giving kills to Orochi on this map because she's been given the opportunity to capture a boss again, and will be given another opportunity a very short time away from now. She might even get some action in her future daughter's map for the same reason.
As I expected.
I got your back, buddy.
Do your best.
Ryoma opens the door and Corrin goes in front of him while not killing anything just yet. The rest of the action here will be on enemy phase. Takumi has nothing better to do, so he heads towards the Dragon Vein to patiently wait for his turn to do the same as his brothers did before him. Kagero and Oboro would like to kill the outlaw that spawned above Rinkah, but unfortunately both of them are at weapon triangle disadvantage. Instead, Rinkah attacks the full HP outlaw to let Kagero kill it for less RNG dependence.
Simple enough.
Now that the outlaw's gone, Oboro can use the javelin with Rinkah's dual strike to guarantee a kill on the second outlaw.
We will crush them.
Naturally. All right.
Stand strong. You have breathed your last. Thank you. Stay alert. My strength is yours. Can always count on you.
Felicia is going to join in on Ladies' Night by taking the key from Corrin to help Oboro, Kagero, and Rinkah get through the door at the top of the map later. Related, Oboro uses her key to open the door above her while Rinkah and Kagero finish off the outlaw.
Let's go together.
We stand together.
Don't worry.
In the center of the map, I repeat what I did last turn. Saizo applies his skills and debuffs to the Oni Savage, and Orochi takes the kill for another level up. It's important that Jakob doesn't heal Saizo, so he can keep pyrotechnics active until the reinforcements stop spawning. This level up is incredible. She's even blessed in skill and resistance right now.
You may rely on me. I've got your back.
Corrin and Ryoma head towards Takumi to prepare for the final section.
No mercy. Need my help? Yes. My turn.
Since Kaden got a crit, Orochi can kill the Oni Savage without Saizo having to attack first. He still does it anyways to keep it consistent with the rest of the clear. It still gives more experience overall too.
Don't make me laugh. All in the cards.
Jakob moves towards Corrin. I made sure to have Corrin and Ryoma spend 2 turns waiting here to make sure that both of them are at full HP before going into the final section of the map. I need my units at the bottom of the map to start working towards heading north. To help with this, Kagero pairs up with Oboro to give her an extra boost of movement, then drops her to the left. Rinkah will be able to catch up with Kagero next turn and pair up with her.
Let's go together.
Shall we?
On the right, everyone continues to wait for next turn by simply getting in position.
We're not alone. Showtime! Whoa. We can do this.
There's no longer any time to waste, so after Takumi pops the Dragon Vein, Corrin immediately goes to block the choke point and prevent Asugi from escaping entirely. Ryoma goes above Takumi to block the choke point and protect Takumi from attacks. On the left of Takumi will sit Kaden, who stays unequipped on this turn as he cannot kill the enemies without a critical hit, and killing one enemy would expose him to too many attacks and get him killed. Everyone else stays outside of enemy range for this turn. Next turn will be where most of the action is.
Don't worry.
I am prepared. I've got your back.
Oboro takes the key, as I'll want her to block that choke point first with the guard Naginata.
Well, how irksome.
It'll be fine.
Watch me. I'm coming with you. Let me get started. That was close. It's over.
The first order of business is to remove the Oni Savage that attacked Kaden. Orochi and Saizo do this as they're the least equipped to progress forwards for the time being.
We've got this.
another.
Our next goal is to box Funke on his right, left, and bottom sides. Since he's bow locked, this will make him completely unable to do anything for as long as we need. Ryoma covers the bottom side while taking care of the mercenary blocking the way to his left.
I will not lose.
Takumi takes care of the ninja on his left side as well to make sure none of my units have to worry about getting debuffed or even killed. This also gets him his final level up before he promotes.
Ha! I'm stronger than I look.
I don't want Takumi to see combat with Funk, so to mitigate this problem, I have Rinkah pair up with Hinata and let her shove Takumi into Funk's left side, completely blocking Funk from the room below him and keeping Takumi safe. Jakob moves to Funk's right side as he'll be in the area that mages can get to him, and I can abuse the fact that Jakob joined late and has joined the Tonebreaker skill to dodge tank the mages. While he's here, he gets some chip damage in against the boss since it speeds up the process of having to do it later.
Let me at him!
Oboro opens the door and everyone else stands by here. Oboro's hit rates will be a little bad, but at this point it isn't too hard to back it up.
We've got this.
This enemy phase is by far the biggest risk in the map, as the Diviner goes in the incorrect spot that I had expected them to attack in. All my other testings of this section had the Diviner attack adjacent to Jakob and not from behind Asugi. On the bright side, this crit mitigates any disruptions that this would have caused and frees up the space behind Asugi for the archer to attack Jakob, as planned. I believe what caused this is Jakob having too much HP when the Diviner tried to attack him, as before this, I had given him an HP tonic to help with survivability in this part. I never ended up checking to make sure if that actually disrupted anything, but at the very least, the HP tonic was in fact worth it here.
Okay, let's go. Looks like a win. Shall we? Attention?
Unfortunately, there isn't stopping Asugi from attacking this guy. At least it improves my action economy. Takumi now heads left to help out with the reinforcements on the stairs. He kills the fighter as he's the more dangerous of the two. Oboro clears the choke point to let Felicia and Kagero through.
I'll help you.
Kagero weakens the mercenary for Felicia, as well as finally meet back up with Takumi.
We've got this.
Very convenient damage output from Kagero here.
We're under attack. Whatever works.
If the Diviner had moved as planned, Saizo would go next to Ryoma to kill it as it'd be beneath Jakob. Afterwards, Rinkah shoves Saizo into position to take Takumi's place. Jakob uses the fact that Saizo is so weak to his advantage by healing both Saizo and himself thanks to Live to Serve.
We stand together.
Ryoma does Ryoma things. Despite being stuck in a one-tile choke point, Corrin is able to help out by picking off the archer that attacked Jakob last turn.
Sorry.
Since Ryoma has moved, Hinata takes his place to block Funke in again. He also takes some shots at him to get a little more experience.
Whoa.
This calls for a spell.
Sorry.
Asugi getting this kill is technically my fault since I decided to give him quick draw from Setsuna. Oh well, still helps action economy. Saizo moves next to Ryoma to help with the clump of enemies over there, as well as make room for Orochi.
I've got your back. I'll finish this. Stealing my kill?
Now that Saizo is out of the way, Orochi moves to where he used to be and deals some chimp damage to Funke. Hinata also attacks Funke to get a level up.
I'm on your side. All right.
Corrin moves in front of Saizo to clean up the other dark mage in the hallway.
Be all right. Bring it on. Gotta do everything.
Rinkah takes Corrin's place in blocking Asugi, and Jakob heals her.
You may rely on me.
Ryoma kills the ninja in the choke point with the Kodachi, switching Corrin to the brass Yumi to make sure that the enemies will always attack into certain death on enemy phase.
I'll protect you. This is my chance.
On the left, the same as the last turn is repeated. Takumi kills the fighter,
Let's get to it. Easy target.
That was easy.
Kagero weakens the mercenary, but instead of Felicia killing the mercenary, it's going to be Oboro who does it. Here, I had the debate of either attacking with the javelin next to Takumi and Felicia, or having perfect accuracy against the mercenary by attacking it with the brass naginata on the stairs. I chose the stairs for some reason, despite it being very clearly the incorrect option, since I had 2 other free units if something were to go wrong. I guess I wasn't thinking too clearly then. The only thing that this did was block the fighter from spawning and denying Takumi and Kagero more chances to get a tiny amount of experience in. Oh well, it shouldn't matter too much in the end.
Gonna hurt.
Ready for this? Show no mercy.
These are the final reinforcements of the map, so I quickly deal with them so I can start working on Frank. Corrin and Ryoma deal with the ones in the right side.
Let's go. I welcome the challenge. Now face my way. Thank you.
Kagero and Oboro deal with the mercenary in the same way they did last time. This also gets Oboro a level up of her own and B in lances.
No dying on me.
Now it's finally time to start killing fun. To begin, I have Felicia attack Funke with the Iron Katana to ensure that Orochi can deal enough damage for the capture. Of course, I first double checked to make sure that the crit wouldn't kill. 6 times 3 is 18, so it's safe to attack. Since Felicia didn't crit, I can now have Rinkah get some extra boss experience for herself after Jakob moves out of the way. Rinkah has no strength, so she only does 7 damage. Now it's time for Orochi to deal the finishing blow. But first, I surround her with units to increase her accuracy.
My bow is yours.
Ew.
After that, she can finally capture Freak and end the map.
This should be interesting.
Let's go! Go!
Well,
Next time, we continue on our Paralogue detour with what I think is the most fun clear of the entire challenge so far. See you then. It's important that Jakob doesn't heal Saizo so he can keep Pyrotechnics active. Active! The word active! Dude, I literally can't say the word active. What is my